That's the spirit.
What's on your mind?
I'll leave you be.
I'm fine with that.
The bridge seemed to be operated by some sort of hand scanner.
Error. Insufficient permission. Citizen ID required.
A metaphysical symmetry of curvature, man and machine. If that was art, I must have been missing something. I hadn't seen one of these terminals in 10 years. Link. The evil behind everything that happened all those years ago. The attack on my village. The death of my mother. Nothing happened. Probably because the machine had had its innards ripped out.
How can I be of assistance?
Excuse me.
Greetings.
Say that again, would you?
A registered Gaplander.
Thanks. Wasn't so hard, was it? I need to find a vehicle.
There are no person...
No, it's one that I followed here from across... It's got...
There are no...
Oh, yeah? It
Only Union City citizens can file missing persons reports.
Can you identify...
Sure.
Terrific.
Additional help can be found. Alternatively, diagnostician Hopsworth might be able to provide support.
What do you...
Community welfare I super and guide prospective citizens.
Well, you're clearly
Why, thank you. I'm the latest model, you know.
Okay.
Don't worry. Is he a citizen?
No.
Ah, well, unregistered Gaplanders cannot enter Union City. Therefore, I cannot help.
Bye for now.
Was great meeting.
A sand pit. In the desert. The irony sure wasn't lost on me. Hey, Ember.
Hi again.
I got a U-chip with a temporary ID from over there.
Good for you. They're free.
Can I get into the city with it?
No. And yes. And no.
Break that down for me.
No, a temp ID so they can keep track of you around here. Won't get you inside. Yes, I could deet that corpse's ID onto a U-chip. And no, because as you well know, my deet's been eaten.
Catch you later.
Peace.
Hey, Hopsworth.
Hey, what can I do for ya?
See you around, Hobbs.
Keep a smile.
A statue of my old buddy Joey. As much as I'd missed Joey, my first priority had to be finding Milo. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. One particularly large and familiar bird stood out from the rest. These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them.
Authorized citizen ID required.
Hey, Wendell.
Hello, stranger. How goes the battle?
How do I open...
1, 2, 3.
Wallop, jig, pull. Got it. I'll leave you be.
I'm fine.
I didn't want to get too close. I didn't want to get too close. The gangs clearly weren't scared of me, or my crowbar.
Yes, okay, let's go. Push me.
Hey, kid.
Push me. Push me.
I've got things...
Push me.
Hey, got a moment?
What do you need, mister?
Will you tell me where you...
Maybe. He's hiding in a bench in the garden. I told him I wouldn't tell no one, but you seem okay.
Any idea how I can get more...
I don't know, but I'm getting sick of the whole monster thing.
Bye.
Call it if you need anything.
How can I be of assistance?
Voxel was hiding out in the makeshift den. Hello, Voxel.
Shh. What?
My name is Foster. I've just got a few questions. I wanted to ask you...
How do you know about the monster?
Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here, and I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No way am I gonna let it get me.
You've been in here for 2 days?
Still alive, aren't I?
Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best. Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will? Oh, you better take this.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. But you can have it.
This giant dog.
I was playing buzzsaws and dynamos with Pixel. Then, in the night, I woke up. It was totally dark. I'd heard, like, feet padding along the road. Big feet. And then I heard screams. Children's screams. I ran over here and hid.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Do you know how I can get in?
I already said you need to get across the river and through the big doors.
What do I do with it?
I don't know, but cover your ears.
Did you say you heard kids
I think so. Sure sounded like that.
Can you tell me more about...
Only that I heard them inside the monster.
Did anyone else see the dog?
No one believes. But you do, don't...
Don't worry, Voxel. I'm on the hunt. How long ago did you see the...
It was... 2.
And you've been...
Yeah, I'm hungry.
What do I do?
Whatever you want. It makes a scary bang.
How long...
I said,
And you...
yeah, I'm hungry.
See you around.
Hey, you got anything to eat? I'm kinda hungry.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch. He doesn't usually...
Ah, understood. Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way in through the main gates. Voxel was hiding out in the makeshift den. Hey, Hobsworth.
Hey, what can I do for you?
About this
I can't. Now, please. It makes me kind of uncomfortable, you know what I mean?
So,
Nothing. Sorry.
this may sound like a stupid question.
Well, first thing would be to head over. If you got a valid ID and just get.
Valid for what?
Now, that is the stupid. You need a vehicle to get through the big doors there. If you have transport clearance, you just drive up, scan your ID, and roll right onto the elevator down to the cargo bay.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile.
Chew on this, Big Steve. I guess that Big Steve had dealt with worse than firecrackers out here. Me again.
Hi.
What's this about us?
Mr. Hopsworth always brings sandwich. He's usually got one or two.
Should I ask Mr. Hobsworth?
No, don't do that. He likes sharing best when he doesn't know about it.
Can I grab a nut?
Okay.
Thanks, Voxel. Bye. The smell of the Mini K was highly pungent. The doors were locked shut. Perhaps for the best. Right. Hit the bumper. These were not my best moves.
How can I help?
By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him.
Authorized citizen ID required.
Come on, big fella. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Come on, big fella. A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires.
Come on, big fella.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious. These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. It was Big Steve, and it still had Ember's deet in its beak.
Hey, Ember.
Hi again.
I spoke to Voxel.
You what?
I think his monster is the vehicle I've been tracking.
Good for you. So you told him the won't be seeing him anytime soon. Nice one, Super Dad.
Voxel's
Watch your mouth. Huh?
Pixel told me.
Mate, I don't know you, you don't know me, you don't know them. Stop asking questions, finish your business. Meanwhile, where's Pixel? Me and him need to have some words about stranger danger.
I've just seen Big Steve, and he's still...
Thanks a bunch. I hope...
No, I mean, he's still got it in his beak.
Well, that's something. Not sure what, but it's something.
Any ideas on getting it?
You got one of them YouTube?
Yeah, just got one from the...
That one's no good. They've given you a cheap temp ID so the droids don't run you. Bridge only opens for citizens. Soz, mate.
So Big Steve is...
That's right, the big fat purple one.
Thanks, Ember.
Peace.
Ember's deed had a citizen ID stored on it.
Hey, me again.
Wanna push me on the swings?
Maybe later. Do you know how to...
Oh, if I knew that, would I be living in this car park?
Do you know...
Yes.
How do you mean?
You should hear Mr. Hobbs. It's like you say, I want a sandwich, and blam, you got a... And then you drop your sandwich on the floor and make a mess, and it's instantly clean. And then you say, I want another sandwich. And that's for like anything, not just sandwiches.
What else can you tell?
It's amazing.
You said that.
Easy.
Rubbish?
Have you seen some of Ember's stuff? Ember's my sister. She figures out how old... Ember is super smart, but don't tell her I said that. Anyway, just over there, like a half-day's walk, that's where all the rubbish from the city gets dumped out of a huge pipe. Now, I figure, if that's what they throw out...
That's actually pretty sound logic. Bye.
Okay, I'll go.